Hey, Bryce here, and I have another journal sketch video to share with you. This one's a little different in that I just sketched this and now I'm speaking separate, so not mixing activities. And I wanted to share just briefly a bit about a big change that's been happening in me recently, instigated by me offering art classes group, like a deep dive group class series for the first time ever in my life. I've taught previously, but it's always been like private lessons or teaching classes in a school or something like that, and never fully something of my own design. So I have considered it through the years, and I've always felt this implosion of fear around failing, like failing the students, failing myself, failing the vision of what I would hope a class would be. And I was going through another round of this recently, and Amber, my awesome visionary business partner and best friend, pointed out that she was feeling like it was actually more a fear of failure. I mean, not failure, a fear of success than a fear of failure. And while both are true, it really resonated deeply with me, in the sense that if I let go of my limitations and for just a moment suspend and increase my faith in myself and life unfolding, and I offer a teaching and it actually is successful and does provide something beautiful for people, for the students and their lives, then I'll be responsible. Like, I'll have a responsibility to keep opening, to keep saying yes. So it illuminated for me this pattern of like, wow, it's easier to collapse in a self-effacing heap and just stay there under my blankets of soggy stories of how I'm not good enough and I can't do it and I'll fail anyway and it'll never be good enough, it won't be perfect, etc. It's easier to do that than to say yes and to trust. But the truth is what I'm finding is like, oh my god, it takes so much work to keep those stories going and to suffer that intensely, like day by day, year by year, moment to moment. And there is a beautiful and elegant and potent simplicity that I'm finding in saying yes and opening and trusting that I'll have the capacity in the next moment to find the yes and to open to the totality of my experience. So I'm happy to say that when I first announced that I would be offering classes, I was utterly shocked at the response. So many people excited, enthusiastic, big yeses, and like way more than I could have imagined. And I'm not saying this from like a false humility place. It really shocked me. And then just a couple of days ago, when I opened the class for enrollment, within 5 minutes, the first student signed up. And I had so much fear and doubt around the pricing that Amber and I were putting on it, and am I overvaluing this? And when I honestly looked at it, like, didn't matter what dollar amount I might put on it, I would always feel, this story part of me would always feel that I was being too big for my britches, that I was overstepping what was remotely possible as far as my value. And now I think it's been like, I don't know, a day and a half since I released since I opened up the class to enrollment, and it's over half filled. It's just 8 spaces, but yeah, it's like my sense of self doesn't work in this space of receiving, of people receiving this that I wish to offer. And my sense of self is reorganizing into really something that is just more refined and beautiful. And because it's like a transparency, allowing what wants to emerge through me and through any of us to do so, to shine more clearly, more luminously, more brilliantly, with more clarity. So I think I'll end this by saying there are a few more spots available in this class that I'm offering, and if you're interested, just head over to my website, brycewidom.com, and there's an obvious link there to the class. And just lastly, this video is part of a larger project that I'm doing for my Patreon project, which is all about finding support from micro patrons and a wider base of support with tiny little pledges from a lot of people who wish to support me in, for example, making videos like this. So if you'd like to see more of this, I invite you to go over to my Patreon page and become a micro patron. Thanks for your attention. Ciao.